Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire. I am the owner and creator behind CL Vintage Finds, and this is Fabulous Friday Flips. Doesn't always roll off the tongue, but I finally nailed it, I think, this week. Let me know. In this week's video, I have 4 fabulous flips for you. And I think they're pretty awesome. They're a little bit of lots of things, but mostly I wanted you to see how gorgeous and stunningly beautiful the new Iron Orchid Designs 2024 holiday transfers are. They're featured a few times in these projects, and they're really easy to work with, you guys, and they really can like just up your thrift game. You know, even if you're not a reseller like I am, you can make some beautiful things. Just go grab some thrifted frames. It's so easy, I promise you. So first up, I will show you this. I'm gonna try to not get you glare. Ooh, a little bit of glare. So this is just, I think I said in the video, presents, but they're books. It's just one of the transfers from the Something Velvet transfer book, and it's just a stack of blue and green, or oh my god, my brain, red and green books. I think this is a perfect gift, something like this, for the book lover in your life, for the vintage lover in your life. And it can really be a year-round piece. I painted the frame with Sweet Pickins milk paint and the color Red Wagon, and I love the little crackle that I got. I got a lot of crackling and I love it. Crazing, crackling, all that stuff. But you know, it's gift season time, and I think this is perfect. This could be just a little extra to throw into someone's gift, or it could be a gift for somebody in your office that loves books, any of those things. And it's a great frame. I mean, if they wanted to, they could put their own picture in there if they didn't like the books. And it's solid wood. I try to make sure I get solid wood. I wanted to show you this, but it is not in my video. I just love this little cat. I believe it's from the same transfer book. I just love it with a big red bow. And this, I had a different plan for these brass frames that I got. They're definitely vintage, they're solid brass, and I love them. So this little cat is just so cute. Both times, both of those images, I just transferred them onto a piece of cardstock. No need to do anything else. And they transfer right on. It's so easy. So next up, well, I guess we'll just stick with this. I am so in love with this. I am gonna have a hard time parting with it. So this one is the like full page Christmas tree from that same book. It's just gorgeous with golds and coppers and all kinds of gorgeous colors. And I painted this frame with Fusions metallics and the color copper, and then I finished it with Fusions aging wax. So I think this is just so gorgeous. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Gorgeous. Last but not least, oh no, 2 more. What am I thinking? I think these are so cute. I took a mismatched pair of solid wood candlesticks. You can get them at any thrift store. They always have them. I finished them with the same Red Wagon, Sweet Pickins milk paint. I then just added a velvet bow, a black velvet bow. And again, these are year round. I added some beeswax candles, some tapers, and they are good to go, and they look like they've always been a pair. And so pick up those mismatched candlesticks, especially if they're solid wood. I think I've had those in my stash for a while. Then last but not least is this vintage stoneware jug that I had previously finished using a different technique. It never sold, so I gave it an upcycle with these gorgeous cardinals. It's painted in Debbie's DIY, the color Crockery, which is a Jamie Ray vintage. curated collection. It's a one-step paint, so you don't need to seal it. This was sealed. I did seal it with a couple coats of satin because I had to seal in the transfer. And the transfer is from a different transfer book. I think it's called Yuletide. So those are the projects. Couple of housekeeping items. Please, 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 if you find value in me, if you find value in my channel, please do all the things. Subscribe, ring that bell, give me the thumbs up, and please drop me a comment. Let me know which project is your favorite. Let me know if there's any of these that you would try, if you try any of these paints, if you try any of these transfers, any of those things. Just say hi. Say hi to Ranger, who's right here. Remember, Ranger gets a cookie for every comment that you drop. So until next time, everyone, enjoy. Okay, for this project, you'll need a frame. This frame I've already painted with Sweet Pickins milk paint in the color Red Wagon. Then I finished it with their dark oil wax. And you can see, hopefully, there's just a little crazing, no chipping on this one. And I painted both sides. And so I like this color. I'm not a super red lover, but I like this dark kind of vintagey red, and it's gonna go perfect. I'm gonna try to put together a whole vignette for you of items for the holidays, but they're not like over the top holidays. So, pro tip, always clean the glass really well. It always needs it. And then use the glass to cut out, you know, whatever you're going to be framing. I think I'm probably flashing you and don't mean to, but with glass you always do. So I used the piece of glass to cut out a piece of black cardstock. So it's just cardstock, and then we're going to be using the new IOD Holiday 2024. This one is called Crimson Velvet, and it's got some gorgeous images. Not sure if you're getting too much. I love these trees, and I've got a plan for the largest tree, but I'll show you what we're going to use today. This is dark and moody, and I love these images of just packages, and my plan is to use this one in this frame. So I'll have to cut, you know, maybe I'll have to use a smaller one. I don't know, but that was the one I was planning. I just want to show you the rest of the images. There's this little one, which is cute, but everything's kind of that dark and moody. I love all these candles, and I have a really good plan for this. So let's get going with this one. I'm going to cut it out, even though it's possible it's not going to work, but let's get it cut out and we'll figure it out. Possible it's going to be too big, but I like these like not over the top images, you know, things that I don't know, I just think they're fun, and they're really seasonal and really can go, even though they're red and green, this book stack, it really can go all year. So let me find a stick. These are the little sticks that come with the images or with the transfers. Oh yeah, we're gonna be fine. Maybe the bottom one won't really work, but we're gonna just do the best we can. I'm gonna get my fingers out of the way. I think, here we go. And these have grid lines, which are patented. For some reason, this line in the middle is really messing me up. So that it's easy to line up. But I think the colors are going to go perfect with this image. And that's it. We are done with the project. So don't know if I'm gonna need to add any more backing in there. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. But simple thrifted frame and a fun, subtly, you know, holiday, but definitely year-round picture. Let me know what you think. Would you make this project? For this project, I'm doing one of my favorite things. I like taking two random, you know, solid wood, old, you know, vintage candle holders, taper holders, and I like making a pair out of them. Mismatched, but a pair nonetheless. So the way that I've prepped these is I cleaned them, I scuff sanded them, and then I sprayed them with 2 even coats of shellac. And the reason why I like shellac is that with milk paint, I get a lot of crackle and crazing, not too much chipping, you know, with a shellac primer base. So for this project, I'm using, this is the first time I'm using it, a color called Red Wagon. I'm not a super fan of red, but I like this red. It's different, it's a deep red, and I think it's gonna be really pretty. So I've already mixed up a batch of paint. It's equal parts paint to equal parts water. And I blended it with my little, you know, tiny, it's really like a frother. And so it's been blended with that. And then I let it sit for about 10 minutes. It's a little thick, so it could probably be thinned out, but I'm gonna leave it as is. And we're just gonna paint these. So that's it. So let me get these painted up and then we'll get back here. And I mean, that's the thing with these deeper, richer colors of milk paint, you almost only need 1 coat. I usually do, you know, 1.5. I'll fill in some places I missed because I'm never a perfect painter, but let's get to it. So these candlesticks have been painted with a couple of coats of Sweet Pickins milk paint in the color Red Wagon. And now we're gonna use the oil wax in the color Dark to seal it. So I think they already look like they're always meant to go together, but I'm probably gonna sell them individually. I don't know, I'll have to see. I don't know, maybe I'll try it as a set and then if someone wants an individual one, do it that way. I plan on adding a black velvet ribbon because, you know, it's the holidays. So that's it. We'll just oil wax these up and be done with it. Okay, we're back. I finished, what you do is you let the oil wax sit on them for about 15-20 minutes and then you wipe it back. And then I just added some black velvet bows and we're done. I love the crazing. I wish I got a little chipping, but that's the thing with milk paint. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So let me know what you think. Would you make this project? Let me know in the comments. this project, we'll take this frame that's an 8x10 image. You know, the frame's obviously a little bit bigger. And I've already transferred, this is the Christmas tree image from the IOD, Iron Orchid Designs, transfer called Crimson Velvet. This is a limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. Their holiday editions always sell out quickly. So if there's something you like, you gotta grab it while the grabbing's good. I think this image is so pretty. I purchased 2 different colors of paint. This is Fusion's Metallic Copper and Antique Gold. Where is it? And I just have to decide which color to use. I've seen a lot of people with this image using the copper, and I love the copper. And there's definitely copper colors in it, but there's also this gold color in it as well. I don't know, I'm leaning towards the copper. I just wanted to check out. I think we're gonna do it this color. And then we're gonna age it up. The frame needs to be painting, there's some chipping, etc. So let's get to painting. Okay, this is after 2 coats of paint. I love it. I love this color. I love this Fusion metallic paint. And now what I want to do is I want to take some of Fusion's, this is called furniture wax. Wait, yeah, but it's, I'm like, it says mineral paint, but that's just the name of the company. And this is called just aging wax. It's nice and dark, and it's not black though. And it's just a dark, dark brown. And what I want to do with this is work it into all these places and then kind of feather it out from there. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's speed this up for you so you don't have to watch the whole process. I just wanted to let you know what I'm going to do first and then do it. Okay, we're back. It's been applied and wiped back. Now I'm going to let it just dry a little bit. I love how it kind of pops the details. This is exactly the look I was going for. We'll let this dry. We'll get the glass cleaned again. I like to clean glass a couple of times because it almost always needs it. Pop the image in, and this is going to be ready to go. It's gorgeous. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. So hang on. Okay, we're back. Hopefully you can see how gorgeous this is. And the, you know, my clamp for my phone blocks where I can see it. So no matter what I do, you're gonna see the reflection of the ring light, but we're done and I think it's gorgeous. So definitely let me know, what do you think of this one? Would you make one of these? These are simple. You can always find frames at estate sales, thrift stores, everywhere. And it's so easy to just pop in a transfer or to pop in some paper, you know, some rice paper or other images, and they're just so good and easy. for this project, we're gonna take this vintage stoneware crock jug and give it a new look. I finished this a while back. I actually printed this image off on tissue paper and then applied it, and you know, it never sold, and so we're gonna give it, I think part of the reason it didn't sell, just something to keep in mind when you're doing these, if you're refinishing them, I think they need to have a little bit of shine to for people to be attracted to them. Like, I know people like matte finishes these days, but I think on these, they just look better if they have a little bit of shine, and this was just, I used a matte. So I've got a really nice image from the new IOD Holiday 2024 collection that I plan on putting on here. I'm gonna be using DIY Cottage Colors and the color Crockery. This is a Jamie Ray Vintage curated product, and so that's how it's gonna get painted up. So give me a few minutes to get it painted up and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, you're gonna get some glare, just so you know. There's not a lot I can do about it, but this is called Yuletide, and this is another brand new transfer book from Iron Orchid Designs for the 2024 holiday season. The images are gorgeous. Look at these Santas. I love, this kind of reminds me of some of their images from last year, but I love the bunnies in little, I think those are possums or opossums, and just all kinds of, I love the birds. I can't wait to find a project to use the birds. Some more Santas, some stockings, some trees, some fairies. So it's kind of combination of last year's. And I love that tree, just a plain one, really pretty. But I'm thinking I want to use these cardinals on this. So that's the plan. Some more little birds and another whole row of birds. I've seen people combine the 2 rows of birds on a long piece. People have done some really cool things already, this book. So the plan is just to use this one. I've already painted the jug with 2 coats of the paint that I already discussed. It's called Crockery, and it's a Debbie's DIY, but it's from her Cottage Color line, which is curated by Jamie Ray Vintage. So this is the one that I'd like to use. And we'll see, I'm just gonna put this back. And here's the jug. I said 2 coats. So usually what I do with this is I want to make sure that I've got the piece stable. I like to put them, you know, on the side of the piece as opposed to the front of the piece. A lot of times the old crocks had like, you know, I'd say topography on the front, but this is what I'm thinking is right here. What do you guys think? Again, you're probably getting some glare. So that's the plan. I'm not gonna have you watch me transfer it on because I think that's kind of boring, but let me get it on there. I wanna make sure this paint is good and dry. I just wanted to kind of check this out first. So you definitely, if you try to put an image, a transfer onto paint that's not completely dry, it won't attach well. I can promise you that. And so that's the plan. Then what we'll do is we're gonna use a clear coat over the top of it, just over the transfer, because I think I'm gonna spray on a gloss finish or a semi-gloss finish. And if you use spray paint directly on top of a transfer, sometimes it causes it to bubble. Sometimes it doesn't, but you just don't want to take the chance. So let's get back here, let's get the image on, and let's go from there.